morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon, I mean. Let me hop onto the document. All right.
How many prospects you have for today?
4. Did I not put that in there?
You deleted the entire thing.
I am so sorry.
Not at all.
4.
All right, Calhoun, Georgia. You put headline Lavanderia. That doesn't really work. So the whole reason for the headline is something that stands out for us. We hopefully will scout 10 or 20 stores and call 10 or 20 landlords, or 2, I don't know. But sometimes we end up in this process for some time. And the headline is so that we can differentiate. You know, my course has the Ask Dry store. We all know about the Ask Dry. It's just funny. Lavanderia is not a headline. That's the Spanish word for laundromat. So all I'm saying is be clever. If you say, hey, did you see that movie this weekend? I'm saying, which one? If you say the Tom Cruise flick, I'm going, okay, which one? Mission Impossible, which one? If you just say, hey, did you see the Mission Impossible 7? Then I'll go, okay. So that's kind of the headline reasoning behind it. Pick something that absolutely stands out and make it short. It's just so that eventually you'll text me and say, hey, remember the Ask Dry store just came closed or whatever it is, and then we can both find it.
Yeah, I'm just going to call this one.
Concrete floors. All right. Well, you're killing me. That's, again, something you might find in every third store.
Okay.
Joe O'Neill is who we think is the landlord. And how did you find it?
I looked up on their tax information and did a reverse search for their number, first their name, then their number. So yeah.
That kind of kills me because, you know, it's not really, there's not a lot of confidence that that's the right number. What you're saying is that you did an online search.
Yeah.
So when I Google the number, which is actually reversing it, putting it into Google, it comes up as Melody, a different first name, which could be his wife. That's great. My point is, I'd rather not call 4 wrong numbers. And I want to get deeper. I don't care. I'll call the numbers. Well, that's the wrong verbiage. I do care. I want to make sure we get the best possible number instead of calling 4 wrong numbers. If this is a number that rings and it's a generic voicemail, how long will we leave voicemails before someone calls back and says you have the wrong number? They never will. They won't bother. Screw this guy, whoever he is. He's calling about real estate. I hope it's the right number, but boots on the ground is the best way to find the landlord. Talking to other neighbors. You're not going to go on the laundromat and flail your arms around and say, hey, who's the landlord here? They're not going to tell you. You've got to be a bit of a detective here every time. Without further ado, what's the biggest deal about this store? Why do you think it's ready to fall?
Well, it's dirty. Okay, so it doesn't have an attendant. It's dirty. The bathroom is closed. I will say the washing machines were working, but I think we went in around 5:30, and there was only one person.
Well, it depends on the day. What day was that?
Monday.
Yeah, it's Monday. Sunday's the biggest day for a laundromat. And if it was clean on a Monday, I can almost tell by looking at the photos it was probably recently taken over because that's very old equipment, but it's all working. So someone just fixed it up. Again, I look at a picture through a different lens than you can, but let's hope that the number is correct for Joe. And it was basically a lot of online research to think that this is the right number, correct?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Building owner, not the operator, in your opinion.
I'm sorry?
Building owner, landlord, not the operator.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
There was.
We're sorry.
Oh, I
you
hate
have
when
reached
I'm
a
right.
number that has been disconnected.
So when Danny's right, he's right all the way. Do you like disco music?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. When I type in disco, it means it's a disconnected number. So all the research that you did and the last 5 minutes of talkie talk was all for naught, because that is not a good phone number. When we do online research, look, block your line and call it. You would have said, darn it, this is not a store to send to Danny right at this moment. I ran a corner office for a private investigation firm in Phoenix for 12 years. And the agents used to run in and slap the file down and say, I found the subject. Okay, tell me how you know he lives at this house. And then they'd say, well, I found an old cable bill and blah, blah, blah. Am I going to send my agents out to the house and spend the money and the gas and their time and see if the guy's there? No, I need some confirmation. So again, vindication for me, not really. I'd rather call numbers that are good. So here we have
Right.
Woodstock, Georgia. Tell me about this store.
Wait, so I'm a little sketched out by the store, I won't lie, because when I looked up their whoever owns it, I did find like a criminal record in Hong Kong for drug usage. Now I'm not sure if it's the same person, and I'm not saying it's the same person.
So let me stop you again. You're doing far, far too much online research. Here's what I mean. I don't know what you did, but if when I ask, how did you find the phone number every time, right? I always want to know that. Do you know why?
So that when they ask you, you can tell them.
That's right. I don't care how you found the number. There's that verbiage again. I just want to know how you found the number. So when I call and when they answer and when it's the right guy, be he Korean, Chinese, lived in America his whole life, whatever the story is, rich, poor, operator, landlord, when they answer and they always want to know, where the hell did you get my number? I need to be able to quickly and efficiently tell them where you got the number. Oh, the pizza shop owner gave it to me. Okay, what you want? We're off and running. We're talking. I've learned that. If I say, well, I found it online, they're going to get mad. Not at me or you, but life. No one wants you to do research and find their number.
Right.
You're going on a tangent with these addresses, and you need to, the starting point was A. So you started with an address, and then you went in a straight line, and then you found what you thought was the operator or the landlord. Then you went off on this. It's like a thread, right? And then you pull that thread, and you end up in a different. It's like the branches of a tree, probably better. One way, then the other, and then you're convinced that you have the right person. Now you're telling about Hong Kong drug use. Good God, this is probably not the guy that owns this little strip mall with a laundromat. It's just probably not. Just saying.
Well,
The clearest, the least obscure method to find a landlord is to go there and find a sign in the common area that says, for lease information, call this number. It might be faded, it might be extremely old, but that's usually pretty good. If it's not there, find a for lease sign in the glass on another empty suite. If the laundromat is closed and they don't have any information, you're going to have to do some digging. At the end of the day, when you're on one of those branches in that tree and you end up at the very root of the issue, and we're everywhere. Now, you're telling me about Hong Kong drug use. That's not sketchy. That's just crazy info. Don't ever Google your own name. You'll probably find out that you were in Hong Kong using drugs at some point.
Yeah.
You got the number by looking up Cherokee County tax records for the laundromat, seeing who bought it, saw the company Koshin Consulting, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So this is all information about the laundromat, not the building.
It's about the building.
Okay.
Like the land. I did call them yesterday. They just didn't pick up. So I know it's a working number. They didn't pick up yesterday, so I couldn't really.
Why did you call this number and not the last number that's disconnected?
I think I might have missed it on accident. Yeah, right. That was my.
Not at all. So when I Googled the last one, it did have a gal's name. Like I said, when I Googled this one, this is now reversing a number. You gave me a number, and all I'm doing is reversing that number.
Okay.
And it's the same thing that you have.
Oh, good.
Filled up, but it doesn't mean anything. The last one had a name too. What's the landlord's name? Who are we asking for?
His name is Wei Shinko. I don't. It says Philip in some of them. It's Wei Shinko
Yep.
on the. I don't really know.
All right, let's hit him up. Here we go. Korean drugs.
Please leave your message.
So it's a generic voicemail, and what I'm saying is that I'm not confident that that's the right number. You called it, I called it, no one answers. It's just, we could end up spending months calling that number and finding out that that it's the wrong number. Hopefully we find out. Atlanta Road, 100, Suite 100, Scott Moon. You're kind of deleting a lot of the stuff. Is this a brand new store to us, or do we have history here?
We've never. I don't think we've called this before. I don't think so.
Well, good Lord, if you're not keeping track, how can? Okay, there you did leave the new on there. It just changed colors. Cobb County tax website. You got to do something different because 99% of the time those are just bad numbers.
I know. It's a learning experience. I appreciate you going out through with it with me.
Sure. All right, here we go.
Hello.
Scott.
Yes.
Scott, my name's Danny. I'm looking at some commercial space. I wanted to perhaps lease from you here in Marietta.
Okay.
1300 Atlanta Road.
Have you talked to Vicky?
Have I talked to Vicky? No, sir. You're the only number I have.
Let me give you another phone number.
Sure. Shoot.
778. Excuse me. 678 283 2627.
Vicky.
Vicky Bratchard.
Bratchard?
Bratchard, yes.
I thought this was your building on Atlanta Road.
No, she works. We both work for the same company.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I will.
She's a leasing agent.
Perfect. All right, I'll give her a holler.
All right.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
All right, that guy was named Scott, and he's scared to talk.
Was that the right number?
I don't know. I asked for Scott. Vicky Bratcher, here we go. Vicky.
Yes.
Vicky, my name's Danny. I got your number from Scott. Wanted to.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, wanted to lease some space from you here in Marietta. This is Atlanta Road, 1300 Atlanta.
Okay. We are working on getting that place back at the moment. we're having to go through some legal jumps right this second.
Sure. Which spot are you talking about? Because I'm talking about Suite 100.
Let me see if that's the same.
There's a laundromat there, if that helps. That's what I'm interested in.
Okay, and you said it was South Atlanta. Isn't that right there close to 285?
Yeah, that's right.
Hello?
It's 1300 Atlanta Road.
Okay, yeah,
It's in Marietta.
same one. Okay, and you're looking at the 1300 Atlanta Road, Coin Laundry. I'm not showing it for lease.
Well, that's the thing, Vicki, now that we're looking at the right property. So I've been in coin laundries for about 16 years in 3 states. My partner and I are always looking to build on the empire, if you will. And we are after existing coin laundries. So the gas, water, electric is all there. And sure, you have a tenant, yes. I mean, you're thinking square peg, square hole, find empty space, lease empty space. But I'm always after laundromat space. And we've looked at this store. We've been in there day and night, different times of the week. It's just kind of a mess. Very old equipment, all that. And look, I'm not trying to pick on your tenant. If they do well and they pay on time, God bless America. But if and when this works well for me, I'm always looking for tenants at will or, God forbid, tenants that don't pay on time. And I'm not asking about those details. I want to be crystal clear. But when that happens, obviously the landlord, the powers that be, they want a good long-term tenant, and we want to become that tenant. Maybe it works for us tomorrow or next week or next month or even in the next decade. But if you don't know we're out here looking, we'll never get together and be able to make something
Correct.
happen.
Right. Okay,
So,
and what was your name?
Danny.
Danny?
Danny D'Angelo, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And your telephone number?
480
Uh-huh.
206.
Oh, yeah, you came through on my phone.
Yep, that's my wireless number, the only number you need.
I'll program you in my phone. We've got 2 more. Let's see, are they cleaners? What are they?
Yeah, I don't want dry cleaners. It's a different business.
Yeah, I think they're dry cleaners. I think both of them are.
Yeah, and I'll stop you.
sure
I mean,
they are.
obviously, you're a good real estate agent because you're looking on my behalf, and that's precisely what I need from you. But at the end of the day, it's existing coin laundries with a good footprint. We are not looking to dip our toe in the water here. We're looking to spend the money on equipment, retool the store, do everything right. But we start at zero, which means we're not going to buy the store. If this guy's doing well, God bless him. Leave him where he is. But nothing lasts forever other than my marriage.
Oh, let's see. We've got one. I don't know if you're interested, but in Alabama.
Oh, goodness. That's a stretch. But look, I could put the address in my records because who knows, I might stretch into Alabama in the next few years. What's the address?
3310 Meridian Street, Huntsville, Alabama. 35811. This is it. and I will just call you anytime we get a coin laundry.
Yeah, that's awesome. That would mean a lot.
And let you look at it first, and then we could go from there. That would be nice for me on my end too.
100%. And what I will do is save your number, and I'll also send you an email as well. What's the best email address?
Okay, it's Vicky, Vickey, Excel, EXCELL, at AOL.com.
Okay, I'll keep that and your number in my phone. And this is your cell I'm calling you on?
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Vicki, I'm Danny D'Angelo. My partner's name is Eamon. I will CC her in the email as well. And you
Okay.
find coin laundries ready for release and regime change, let us know.
I will.
Hey,
Thank you
thanks
so
so
much
much.
for calling.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
So, good call. I mean, as far as having a good rapport with people and getting her to giggle a little bit through the cigarette smoke, it's part of having that gift of gab, but really making her hang up and say, okay, this is a good potential operator. This is someone I'd like to do business with. That's me
Yeah, that's amazing.
doing the job. And then they have a pretty big operation, obviously, that stretches 2 states. Now, don't start thinking
Right.
about moving to Huntsville because get you into trouble.
No. Don't really like Alabama like that.
Yeah. All right, so I've already sent the email
Okay.
and I've already CC'd you. I lost you
Thank
there
you.
on the document and you're gone again. So try to stay in the document. At some point, why I love the Google document, she asked about a specific street corner or whatever it is. I don't know. So
Oh
I'm
my
looking,
God, yeah.
I'm looking for your cursor to say yes or no, or it's behind a tree, or it's near a 7-Eleven, or whatever the case may be. Now, sure, I deal with truck drivers who are on the side of the road who have a 10-minute break. I've put security guards in laundromats that have to put their phone in a lockbox most of the day. You know, we can get this done. The human condition, you will rise to your own level, no matter how hard the work is. But I just see you kind of dropping on and off. That's your business. Try to stay in the document and help me out, especially when I'm twisting in the wind here. I don't know the area.
Of course, I'm sorry. That
Not
was
at
my
all.
fault. I was like, oh shoot.
So that's our 4.
Yep.
All right. I will let you know if I hear back from the other 2. Dig deeper on the numbers. Get better numbers. I'll let you know if I hear
Okay.
back.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Done. On to the next.